My name is Teresa Lockwood. I reside in Vineland, New Jersey, and I am basically going to talk about me being diagnosed with glaucoma and being harassed by the Vineland, New Jersey police and the Vineland Nazarene Ramoth Church trying to cover it up and echoing the last harassment that I got, sitting there falsely accusing me of not having glaucoma and making up lies about me as I was actually getting glasses. This was about um, beginning of the summer, I think. And apparently, the Vineland police have used physicians, eye doctors, and things like that to harass me and make up lies about me. Okay, so we're going to go back to the beginning where I was diagnosed with glaucoma, which they are making up lies that I was not. Now, first of all, when I was told I had glaucoma, I did not know what it was. I had to go home and research it. Okay. And the thing is, at the time, okay, this is what happened. I had a doctor's appointment that day. Okay. Apparently that morning, I actually woke up with my eyes swollen. Okay. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell my doctor when I go to the doctor. And my doctor's already harassed me, by the way. Made up lies, making up things about me and all kinds of stuff. Basically because, what the Vineland, New Jersey police does to control people and target and harass and persecute whoever they want. It, I'm just going to go on. I'm just going to, this is a thing. So, okay. So let me just go back to my appointment. All right. So I go to the doctor and I'm just like, I don't know what happened. I said, I just woke up, my eyes are swollen or whatever. And he says, yeah, you have glaucoma. And he said it as though this was something that was already known by him. Okay. And yes, I have been examined and things like that. Of course, their communication was not communicating with me. And yes, were sitting there making up lies and harassing me and all these other things, which I was not going to be bullied out, because it was all about control and it all was related to the Vineland, New Jersey Police Department and who has gotten medical personnel, like even people at the hospital or nurses or whatever, harass me, make up lies about me, because what police would do is basically just call up the hospital and lie about me. Okay. For instance, I basically fell on Landis Avenue in a construction site or whatever. And I was actually being harassed and bullied by, an EMT and Vineland police over it. So they were trying to refuse me treatment. So the Vineland police called the hospital up and told them that, there was nothing wrong with me. I was walking around. First of all, I didn't even call the police. And I told them not to call the police. Okay. So the thing is, and I'm making a comparison. This is what I'm doing. So the thing is that they have done this when I've been injured or something, where police have basically have tried to manipulate nurses or whatever for medically examining me. So I would not either pursue or whatever the case may be, or simply just not get treated. Just want to let you know, I do have an injured back and a fractured foot, which I did not get treated for that. So going back to when I was told I had glaucoma. Now, the thing is, I didn't exactly know what that meant. Okay. I just thought, I thought it was just related to, I wouldn't say allergies. I mean, it had allergies, but just, some kind of like eye allergy or something. So the thing is that, I didn't know what it was. They didn't explain nothing to me, tell me anything or whatever. So I went home and I looked it up, and I was devastated. Like I'm just like, I'm going blind, and so the thing is, I mean, I was just like really distraught. I mean, I was scared. I'm just gonna move on from that because I'm trying not to cry or whatever. But I was terrified, and I was just like, well, the thing is, I wasn't trusting the doctor or whatever. So the thing is that, I had to make an appointment or whatever, get glasses and things like that, get my eye examined. So I asked them and told them about it. I was told I had glaucoma or whatever. And so they talked to me about it or whatever. And, so they did an eye examination and confirmed that I had glaucoma. So there was another time down the road, like a number of years down the road, where I encountered another eye doctor or whatever, and I wanted to reconfirm it. I didn't say anything. Well, I said something about not my main doctor, but I think the eye doctor or something like that. There's one or the other. And I was just like, I want to be reconfirmed that if I have glaucoma or not. So, they did a full examination on me and said I had glaucoma. Okay. So the thing is, some time goes by or what have you, and the thing is that the doctor, he was like provoking me in like responses or something and making comparisons or whatever. It was related to my glaucoma, and I brought it up, and then he denied that he ever diagnosed me as glaucoma. I said, yes, you did. I said, you even gave me a sample, and it was like in a little box like this. It was a square thing, eye droppers for glaucoma, and you're the one that told me I had glaucoma. So he was denying that he told me that I had glaucoma and was harassing me. It was the Vineland police who were getting him to harass me and basically trying to cover it up, because I basically got glaucoma too. Blows to a head and head injuries. Okay, which the Vineland police harassed me for being a victim of domestic violence and harassed me for being like assaulted and suffering head injuries due to even being beat up in the back of the courthouse and just being abused all over the place and going through domestic violence and everything else like that or whatever. So they're trying to cover it up, and they're calling me a liar about having glaucoma, and then basically having the doctor sitting there try to claiming that, like, oh, I'm mentally ill and this has never happened. This is what they're doing. So they can sit there and claim that I'm mentally ill. All right. So then, right, listen to this. So the thing is, it's just like, okay, so I'm not really believing anybody or whatever in the case may be. But the point is that I have eye problems. Yes, my vision is poor. And yes, it is getting worse. And so the thing is, like, when I was giving the prescription, right? Yes, I was given a prescription for glaucoma. The thing is, convenient for me and inconvenient for them who try to cover up the Vineland, New Jersey Police Department calling me a liar. Convenient for me that I never turned in the prescription for glaucoma. I actually lost the prescription. Guess what I just found a couple of weeks ago? The prescription that was written out for me for glaucoma. The ones who they were sitting there calling me a liar and everything else like that, even though this all took place and I had a few examinations and I was given a sample. Okay? So, by the way, this is the prescription. I actually have to write on it. I just uploaded it. So this is the prescription by Dr. Kessler, written out, for, glaucoma, by the way. And this is a prescription. I even looked it up and reconfirmed it. Eye diagnosis, I have glaucoma. This is a prescription for glaucoma. Okay? 7/29/17. I, Teresa Lockwood. So the thing is that, just hanging up my phone. The thing is that this is a psychological torture and abuse that I get for suffering. Okay? And, the thing is that the Vineland Nazarene Radio Church, who was part of committing hate crimes against me and torturing me, okay? This is the thing. I'm going to go back to the last time I went to the doctor. When I went there, they brought up glaucoma. Now, I didn't even mention anything about that. I went there to get glasses, okay, because I could not find my glasses at the time. Couldn't find out later. My glasses got crushed. So, Don ran over my glasses. And, so, the thing is that, when I went to the doctors or whatever, so I got my glasses and everything else like that. I had a full eye examination, and the examination was very strange. Like, I couldn't read what was on it. It was like one of those things where they have all the spots and you got to read the numbers in it and things like that. But the thing is, I knew for a fact that I was just like, I don't think it's my eyes. I think it's like your machine, something's wrong or whatever. And of course, they had to go to these things where they blow air in your eye and things like that or whatever. And because the thing is that, I mean, I don't think the machine was working right. And I was just like, I don't think it's me. I mean, I can't see that well, but I know for a fact that, it's not. So the thing is, he comes up to me, right? The guy who's doing this like examination where I have to look in this machine or whatever and read these things. He comes up to me, but he's like, I mean, this, I would have to say, what is that, like a foot and a half or something, like in front of me, and tells me to read the cards, and read them all fine. And um the thing is, it's just like, so I go into the doctor, the eye doctor. This is my regular eye doctor or whatever, because they were closed, so I'm not really sure what happened to them. I couldn't get in contact with them, excuse me. And so when I'm at the one, I go to the one in the mall to get glasses. So when they have the eye examinations, I go in the doctor, and he's basically just didn't do like a legitimate eye examination for glaucoma. He just made up that I don't have glaucoma. Now, I didn't tell him my experience, by the way. I didn't have this. I just found this prescription a couple weeks ago. So the examination I had done was like in the beginning of the summer or something like that, or whatever. So the thing is that he basically, I was just like, I was diagnosed with glaucoma, and he was just, I was just like, he was just like, well, if you don't have any treatments for it, then you weren't diagnosed with glaucoma. I said I was given a sample. He's like, that doesn't mean anything. So I was continuously just speaking really kind to him and being very nice or whatever. And then he was like, well, let me explain something to you. And it was harassment by the Vineland, New Jersey Police Department. They were using people, the doctor in the mall, okay, to harass me. Okay. So the thing is that he was just sitting there making these things up. Now, they don't have the knowledge or anything of what I do. The thing is, the police are using people and use people in the mall to target me through third parties and harass me and make up lies. And they're trying to get him to basically falsely claim that I never had glaucoma. I was never diagnosed with glaucoma. They make up lies. They are harassing me and going around making up lies about me, telling people that I'm lying while they are lying. So I have proof right here. Convenient for me, again, that I never handed in my prescription. This is the thing. So I get a notice, actually, before I found this, that, at the pharmacy, that somebody hacked into the account at the pharmacy trying to alter information, and I was contacted about it, letting me know that they were trying to actually alter my records, which they have done before. Yes, the Vineland, New Jersey police have altered my records before, put false diagnoses in my records, things that I was not diagnosed with, lying about me, and then refusing me medical treatment and true diagnoses. So the thing is, the Ramoth Nazarene Church, when I had the examination that day for my last doctor's eye appointment, the doctor was sitting there and basically twisting and bouncing off a statement that I made a number of years ago. Because I simply asked the question, like, what if it is that people are not just poor sight and vision? Now, I believe that some people are. But some people who, like, if you see, like, nearsighted, that's your strength. And some people see farsighted and not nearsighted. And that's like their strength of their eyes. Okay? So he uses like a mix of my words, and then sits there and says, well, everybody has 20/20 vision. And then he's like, let me explain this. And then basically plays on my words, because I basically go around explaining things to people. So it's more mockery and harassment. So, by the way, he's like, oh, well, you can't get examined for glaucoma. He's like, you don't have glaucoma. Didn't examine me for it. But he said, you don't have glaucoma. He said, but you can't get another examination until after the COVID-19 epidemic. Because this is what the Vineland police were telling them to say and do. And they're bribing people and threatening people if they do not submit to the Vineland, New Jersey Police Department, that, they harass them out of their jobs and threaten their careers and lives or whatever. Same thing. Threaten their careers if they don't do or say what the police tell them to, which police continuously go around harassing me and slandering me to everybody, get them to harass me and refuse me medical treatment. Mocking me. They keep abusing me for suffering. And mocking me for suffering and then lying about me and calling me the liar when I do not lie. That's my prescription. So, that's my prescription right there. Like I said, inconvenient for them as they're harassing me and slandering me. Convenient for me that I just happen not to. You know why I didn't hand in? Because after a while I lost it. But besides that, I just wanted to die. I wanted to die. I was terrified and I was scared. And this is how I get treated. So apparently people going blind is a joke to them, and Vineland Nazarene wanted to sit there and laugh or whatever. And then after I saw this doctor, they repeated the words like the next Sunday or whatever, and like the Vineland police used the Vineland Calvary Chapel to sit there and make up any lies the same way or whatever against anything, and said that's what they believe and that's authoritative. So they're going to sit there and talk about 2020 vision or whatever, and they're going around sitting there saying, I have 2020 vision. Because I basically claim that I couldn't see officers or whatever because they are blurry to me. So what they do in their mental illness and their deranged psychopathic craziness, they go around and just going around lying and then saying the opposite in anything that I say and then call me a liar. I do not lie. I am not loser, evil psychopaths like they are.